Almost.
Hello and welcome to PopCulture Reacts, and we're back with more Ghost and their latest video, Spillways. Said, you've done a couple of Ghost songs now.
Yeah, I remember rejecting the first one, going, no, I
Yeah.
didn't like it, and then having to send an apology to you the day after as I was in my kitchen drinking tea, making toast, and just humming the Ghost song over and over again. Really cool video, though, regardless of what I thought of the song. But I'm interested to hear more. I haven't listened to more since we've reacted, because I kind of figured we'd react to new stuff that comes out and probably go a bit historical with some of it as well. So I haven't jumped into it. I want them to kind of be cold reacts, but I hope that we get a little bit like what we've had once before. Although that does potentially mean that I'll go, no, I don't like it, and it will take me 24 hours to fall in love with it.
Yes. Obviously, I know this song because it's on the new album that I've had all this year and is my favourite album of the year, and came out when I saw them live. So yeah, I know the song. Haven't seen the video yet. So I'm very intrigued to see what we're doing with the video. So by the magic of the musically box, telly box, interwebs,
I was trying to think whether I could make it more magical, but I just click a button. I've ruined the magic there, haven't I? Let's. I'm hoping for some more ghost signals, like the bat signals we had before. I'm hoping for. We got kind of almost a Gotham City Batman-esque era sort of thing previously. So maybe we'll get it again. Maybe this will be totally different. But if you're ready, shall we go?
Let's get it on.
Let's do this.
Through benediction, you try to rid your mind of malediction. But through all this time, you try to peel it off, and it's such a ride. Your desolation led you into this vile incarnation of consummated bliss. I know you need it now to make you feel alive. All your faith, all your rage, all your pain ain't over now. And I ain't talking about forgiveness. All your faith, all your rage.
Right, stop me if you've heard this before. I'm not keen on the song so far, but I can already see 24 hours into the future where I'll be humming along to it. And very Joker, isn't he? Like, very Joker.
Yeah, the Papa 4 is much more cartoon villain more than stoic Pope. That because obviously we did Square Hammer, which is Papa 3, which was very much more very not so like super evil, but was very much more Pope like in that sort of evangelical style pastor type thing. Whereas this one, because this is a follow-on in Ghost Law, because as we know, they love their law.
Ghost Law.
Cardinal Copia, who was the singer for album 3, basically got made into Papa 4, and he's the first one that hasn't been killed off to then become the new Papa. So he was like the rough and ready kid on the last album, a bit funky, and used to bring the kids in, and then he then became full-fledged Papa, got the makeup, and so he's still got that cocky sort of vibe going on, but it's a little bit Jokerish.
Do they have a comic book?
There is a crossover with Batman, and there's that death metal, the Joker, the Batman that laughed ones that I've been after for the year and
the
2
ones
years.
we don't talk about,
because you can only get them in either Italian or in French. Yes. But yes,
It's just-
there is.
It smacks to me when you say about the law, and of course, the law's the law. It almost doesn't matter. They've created this in their own stories and their own videos, but it does smack to me like there'd be a banging comic book in this.
Yeah, this thing is like obviously why I have all the pops and
Yeah,
the music is obviously the main thing that they're there and what it's there to sell, but everything around it is just fucking genius. You don't get that level of thought behind.
it's a lot like when we talk about Rammstein. It's that creativity beyond creativity, isn't it? It's seeing the whole kit and caboodle from song to video and the atmosphere between two and the atmosphere of what the band is. I guess
It's
like
the stage
you're moving
show.
beyond. Yeah, you're moving beyond someone doing songs, aren't you? You're going, this is kind of performance art at this point.
Yeah,
It's taken in every part that it can do. But we have only got 53 seconds in, and I only wanted to say look like the Joker. But again, I think that's testament to it, isn't it? If at that point, you can start having a conversation 53 seconds in about stuff in it, then it's either doing something well or it's doing something really badly, isn't it? So, in this case, I think certainly from the video and the style wise, I like it. All right, let's jump back in.
Casket buried deep within you, try to mask it, but fall back in sin. You wanna shake it off, but you're stuck inside. When stripped of racks of skin and spine, you replicate corpus they terminally dispelled, and it's such a ride. All your faith, all your rage, all your pain, it ain't over now. And I ain't talking about forgiveness. All your faith, all your rage, all your pain, it ain't over now. It's the cruel beast that you feed. It's your burning, yearning need to bleed through the spillways of your soul. Through the spillways. It's the cruel beast that you feed. It's your burning, yearning need to bleed through the spillways. Through the spillways of your soul. Through the spillways. Through the spillways of your soul. Through the spillways. Through the spillways of your soul. Through the spillways. Through the spillways of your soul.
And we had to get our evilness in there at the end.
I don't know what I think of that. Oh, I'm going to get rid of that bloody advert. I can tell you that for starters. Yeah, I really like the video. Which stop with the earlier before. I mean, quite often we've said that on other things. I very much like the kind of style that I think the way he holds himself and that kind of Joker look, but everything kind of around it, I really liked. I don't know whether I like the song. I didn't dislike the song, so I go with that. And as I say, like all mucking aside, and when this goes live, by that time I will know whether I've been humming it the next day or not. But It sounds like something else. I just can't quite put my finger on it because I think it possibly sounds like lots of something else's to me. And my gut reaction is
See,
it's all right.
this album very much is 70s, 80s hard rock sounding. Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like a lot of those 70s, 80s bands. So your Journeys, your Bostons, your RO Speedwagon, Toto, all that sort of stuff.
actually, Toto is a good shout. That's something that kind of as soon as you said that, I went yeah. I can see that. I can feel that Toto vibe in it.
Yeah, it's that thing. There is so much of that 70s vibe going on with this album as a whole. Um, yeah, with the added satanicness of singing about bleeding from your eyes, and
Great visual on that as well. And I know
yeah,
I'm not saying that because the first time you ever seen it. I mean, watch any horror movie ever, and there's a bit of it. But actually, I thought that they did introduce that quite well in it. I thought it looked really good.
so yeah, it's I really liked it. Obviously, I like the song, so I've heard it countless times, probably thousands of times by the time we got around to it. And see how much I used to listen to that album and seeing it live. But yeah, no, I like the video. It definitely fits in with the song. Um, you get a bit of full Papa in the full papal robe, as well as showman Papa in his singing parts.
Yeah.
And yeah, is it as showy as some of their other videos? No, but I think sometimes you don't need it because I think the dancers and stuff sell the lyrics.
I guess like for me, I would much rather watch the video again than listen to the song again. And I know they're one and the same, but I could easily watch that video with the sound off because I think it's got a good enough visual. That would be weird to do, don't get me wrong, but I would. But by the same token, I feel like if that song come on Spotify or Amazon Music or any of those fine music providing people who don't sponsor us, please sponsor us. That I probably wouldn't skip it instantaneously, but I don't think I'd listen to the whole song. I think maybe about a minute in, I'd kind of go, okay, skip on, it's fine. But as I say, like Ghost has done this to me before, where I've gone,
and I'll get a text tomorrow. You go, oh,
yeah,
fucking Ghost on my head.
I feel like I'd be more surprised if it was this one. I do feel Square Hammer was catchier, and I know it's not all about being catchy, but I do feel like that had something more to it. This didn't feel like it kind of went anywhere musically for me. It stayed at a singular level all the way through for me. But yeah, as I say, like I promise that I will confess when I do it more. But again, it certainly doesn't. It certainly wasn't bad. It certainly it wouldn't put me off watching more Ghost and listening to more Ghost because at the very least they bring cracking videos with it, and you can see that they're a very creative bunch. So maybe sometimes with a very creative bunch, every song isn't necessarily going to knock your socks off. But yeah, this one kind of just went just okay for me.
So with this album, it's very much divided a lot of people because of it being, as I said, more 70s, 80s sort of radio rock sounding than their earlier stuff, having a little less edge than the earlier stuff.
Yeah. I would have liked some edge in this. I'd have liked some dirt in this, I think. But of course, that's not the vibe they're going for with it. But I feel like somewhere in it, about a minute and a half in, I would have liked it to have got a bit. Not even lyrically. I would have liked the lyrics to say the same because I do actually think his voice is very good. But I think musically, I'd like it to have got a bit darker.
Kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do believe we are meant to be getting another video from this album cycle, because they did say there was going to be 3 videos, which we've had 2 so far. So yeah, wonder which song it'll be, because there are some fucking bangers on this album. As it stands, as we are recording this in July, it is my album of the year so far. It's got to be beaten.
In good news, Chris, there shouldn't be such a gap. So yes, we're watching it in July, but it should be released early August. So it won't be like, oh, we're watching it in July and it comes out Christmas Day.
But yeah, no. So very much, my love for Ghost is already known.
Where would you rank it in Ghost songs? Bearing in mind you love it, you love them. Would it be like in a top end? Would it be a middling one?
It's in the middle. It's one of those. If I was going to see them live, I'd want it in the set list.
Okay.
But it's not. If I'm just going to chuck on a couple of Ghost songs, it isn't what I'm going to chuck on.
It feels like to me, although I've only got one other to compare it to, this would be the one where I have a piss break at the concert. But again, not because it's bad, it just feels missable for me.
Yeah, no, it said seeing it live early in this year, it was fucking good live. So
yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
there was no piss breaks during Ghost.
As I say, a lot of stuff, even like I say, bands that it's one of their middling songs. I mean, when you love a band, the stuff in the middle is still brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the stuff at the bottom is generally still brilliant. Like the scale is up here rather than going, oh yeah, it's there. But yeah, hearing that in the right venue and kind of seeing the stage show and everything is going to make a hell of a difference on most songs, I think.
Exactly.
Even Aqua Barbie Girl, if we saw that live.
No. Some things just aren't ever going to get helped.
Some things aren't fixable. However, just and it is in the comments for that video, and just so for anyone watching this knowing it's well worth the comments, we did get a comment on that video and a suggestion to listen to a cover of the song. So I've put that in the list for a later date. So we might be revisiting Barbie Girl again one day.
And to anyone that's watched the Rammstein videos, we have learned our lesson. The previous ones were recorded before the comments all came up. So yes, all Rammstein videos will be watched till the end.
Yeah.
But with that, this is another episode done. We'll be back with more very soon. And until then, goodbye. Thank you.